Hiya! So today, you might guess, is Rainbow Day. One of my favourite looks. I love rainbows, I love colours, I love glitters, I love face gems, I love rainbow eyelashes, even though I'm having a mare sticking it down because my eyes are extra oily today for some reason. So yeah, I'm going to show you the other eye. So I'll be doing slightly different colours because the face gems on the other eye are like blues and greens. So I'm going to be using those colours. And we'll be using our palettes. We've got my Lime Crime Vivid Venus Vivid palette with all the gorgeous colours in. La, la, la. And my Makeup Academy one with the other blues and greens that I'm most likely going to need, and potentially going to use this green Barry M Dazzle Dust thingy. Yeah, it's called Dazzle Dust. And some glitters, and yeah, I'll try and remember to tell you what I'm using as I go along. So for this look, you need to completely finish your base makeup. So foundation, concealer, bronzer, everything. So do your base first before you start piling it all on, because obviously you can see you won't be able to finish it afterwards. Why do I say this? Maybe that's quite obvious. Well, if you watch any of my makeup tutorials, you know that I always do the eye makeup first. So in this instance, it is the other way around. So it's different for my kind of routine that I do. So I'm loving this so much. I wish I was going to Glastonbury. I am fighting a bit of hay fever, so if I sniffle and things like that, then please forgive me. Yeah, I get allergies and hay fever and everything, so here we are. Yeah, so let's get started. So I've already primed my eye, and I'm going to grab my white concealer, and I'm going to pop a bit on just the eyelid, because I quite like the gap there, because I put a bit of, if you can see it, a bit of shimmer in the gap, and then I've coloured in my eyebrow as well, and I just like it. So that's how I did it. You don't have to do that. You could go all the way up to the eyebrows if you wanted. And then I'm taking a flat, you can see how flat it is, flat brush. I'm going to wash my brushes after this tutorial. A flat brush to guide where I want the white concealer. So I wanted to go just up to my crease. So really good way to do that is if you, while it's still wet, you look down, it will mark up where, it will like transfer where you want to go up onto your eyelid, if that makes sense. Otherwise, just go about a centimetre or half a centimetre below your eyebrow. And unusually for me, I've done a flick. So I'm going to do a flick as well. So I'm going to add the white there. So it doesn't have to be super neat, because we are going to be tidying it up a little bit later. Oh, got hiccups as well. So there, and then bring it into the corner, and you want to go underneath as well. Oh, don't get it in your eye, because as you can see, I've put the colours underneath. Again, that doesn't have to be super neat either. I'm just going to blend it with a clean finger. So this was my third day at Glasto, and as you can tell, I was well into it. I knew I was right into the groove. I knew exactly what to do with my face and what to wear and everything. You know, it was amazing. So me and my friends, we all had like rainbow or colourful outfits. So we all put our most colourful outfits on that day and yeah, just went out and enjoyed ourselves. I also discovered the circus area that day, which is by far, probably by far, my favourite area at Glastonbury. You probably guessed that. If you know me well, then you probably guessed I'd like the circus. There was like, this sounds really bad, there's like a ballerina in a big cage on top of a caravan type bar. Like, I was like, oh my god, that was like the first thing I saw when I walked through. And then there's a proper circus tent, there's like outdoor circus acts as well. Oh, it was just like a dream come true. And it was beautiful. And yeah, as soon as we walked in, there were like this band were giving out kazoos and you had to like kazoo along with them. So I've still got the kazoo, that's how sad I am, but it was so much fun. Oh, so what I'm doing. So I've got some white, so you know my e.l.f. Cosmetics palette that is literally with every eye look. I use this, I use one of these shades. It's Mad for Matte and it's got all the neutrals you need. So I'm just using the white to go over the white that I've done. So this mattifies it and it like evens out the colour. And it doesn't matter if you end up higher on your eyebrow, higher up to your eyebrow than you want to be, because we will be tidying it up a little bit later on. And as always, I say it doesn't need to be super tidy, because essentially makeup is like paint for your face. So just go crazy. Okay, so I'm happy with that. Right, so I'm having a right mare with this one sticking. So if you see my eyelash falling off, I've given up on sticking it down. Note, very important tip, don't use any oil-based cleansers or moisturizers before you do this look, because nothing will stick. Yes, I'm talking from experience right now. Okay, so the first colour we want to do, we want to do eyebrows. So I grabbed the right white concealer again, and what I did was just paint it over my eyebrow and then grab that flat-ended brush and just neaten up where you want it. And that will dry and then the colours will show up more. Because I've got really dark eyebrows, it's not as bright as it could, be. Just damaging myself. I should do a risk assessment before I start these videos. Yeah, I've got dark, thick eyebrows, so it's not as bright as if you had lighter eyebrows. But still, I didn't mind that effect that it's a bit darker anyway. I liked it, but if you don't like it, then let that dry and just put a bit more on and it should pretty much cover it up. Otherwise, you want to try brow blocking, it's called. So it's a technique that a lot of drag queens use and they use it in theatre when you want to draw your eyebrows somewhere else. So you can find brow blocking tutorials. One by Courtney Act, she's an Australian drag queen, is particularly good. I learned how to block my brows from her, so I suggest that one. I could put the link below, but I'm not actually doing it myself, so it doesn't seem relevant. Otherwise, easy, nice and easy. You don't need brow blocking when you're at a festival anyway, because it involves glue and all sorts, and you want to keep it as simple as possible. And I'm extremely chatty today. So first, I'm going to do yellow. So with my eye gems, I got them from Barry M, and they're called Rainbow Unicorn. Natch. And I'm following the colours on them. So like this. but I'm doing swapping it around. So the light colour goes to dark here, but I'm going to go light from the inside to dark on the outside. Because I always like to use light colours in the corner of my eyes to really brighten up my eyes. You can do it either way though. And for the yellow, so I'm going to use, I think I'll use the other yellow because I used the warmer yellow on that eye. So I think I'll use the lighter yellow on this eye just to make it slightly different. So the lighter yellow is called Happy Place. Oh, that's nice. It was my happy place. Glastonbury was definitely my happy place. And still is, even when I just visit the town. I just love it there. I've been lucky enough to always live nearby because I've always lived in Somerset, so very, very lucky. I love yellow eyeshadow. It's just so beautiful and it really does brighten up your skin and your eyes. It's just really nice. So I would invest in a yellow eyeshadow if I was you. A nice highly pigmented one like the lime crime ones are. So why am I using my finger and not all my crazy brushes? So I find when it comes to shimmery light colours, using your finger works better to bring the colour out. I don't know why that is. I guess the shimmer doesn't stick to your skin or absorb into your skin. Like if you use a brush, it kind of gets lost on the brush. That's just me theorising. I don't know if that's true. I'm just guessing. Okay, so then I'm going to put it through my eyebrow as well. Now this yellow concealer is a little bit sticky, but that's normal. It takes ages to dry, so if you are putting another layer of light on it. Sorry, the room door just spookily came open. So yeah, if you're putting another layer of white on it, this particular white concealer, which is from Superdrug Revolution, is quite sticky. So you'll have to wait for it to dry. Okay, so that's what I've done so far. Got Happy Place yellow in the corner of my eye. That's the word I've been looking for all these tutorials. The corner of my eye and the beginning of my eyebrow. So I've gone a lot further in, so I'm going to slightly blend each colour in, so it's okay if you take it a bit further. So we're going to do quite a lot. So next on here I've got a teal green, so I'm going to try and find a similar green. So there's the teal green on there. So I would say my one on the Makeup Academy palette is quite similar. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to wipe my finger off because when I did the first eye, I made that, didn't do that, and then I ended up with bits of yellow where I didn't want them. Doesn't sound like something I would do. Okay, so I love doing tutorials, so much fun. So I'm going to take the teal. So I got this really colourful Makeup Academy palette. I think it's only £4. It's really that affordable, Makeup Academy. Again in Superdrug, cruelty free and everything. Everything is that I use. So I'm going to use this green in the corner, which is called Jade Jazz. Jade Jazz. But this time I'm going to use a brush. So I'm going to use my Eco Tools double-ended brush. They come in a pack of 2. I got them from Boots. $7.99 I think. Really good brushes. So I'm going to use the flat end here instead of the fluffy end here. And I'm going to go up in a vertical motion and just pat it on in a straight-ish line. So each colour is about a centimetre, I think it's just below a centimetre each. So we're not doing a lot of blending here, we're just patting it on neatly. So this look really isn't for the faint-hearted, and it's for the patient as well. Got to be quite patient. Okay, so you can see. And I'm not going to blend them because otherwise I just don't think it would go right. And then a bit on under eye as well. So you want to put a bit under your bottom lashes and try and stay in line with the top bit, so it all makes a line when you're finished. And then put some through the eyebrow. Cool. So it doesn't take long to do each colour actually, like once you've got the hang of it. So next I'm going to use a slightly darker green, which I am going to use the Dazzle Dust because I don't have a green really that matches the one that's on here. So I'd say this one is the closest, but it is going to look quite similar to the one I just put on, but I think that's okay. So the Dazzle Dust is loose, so I use the same brush because it doesn't matter, the colours get a bit mixed up. And I put a bit in my palette, in the lid, sorry. And then again, I'm gonna do quite a straight line. So it is a slightly different colour. Probably can't see it because the quality of my video isn't brilliant. So I would suggest a darker green if you can get your hands on it. I've got a darker green here in my e.l.f. Cosmetic palette. I think I'm gonna be brave. I'm gonna use that one instead. So forget the Barry M Dazzle Dust. We're gonna use our e.l.f. Cosmetics palette, and we are gonna use, is that my tissue? And we are gonna use the green that's in it. I don't know the colour. Don't have the colour names on the box. Yeah, we're going to do that because I think it will look more similar. Just going straight over that little bit I already did. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Okay, so first I kind of dab on in a straight line and then I gently go horizontally, but still trying to keep in line and being neat, nice and neat at the top, see? So where you put the white is a really good guide, so you keep your colours nice and neat like this side. And again, put a bit underneath. Like that, and then in the eyebrow. Oh, I really love that green. I'm going to be using that green more. I don't really use it much, but it's really nice. Again, that's the e.l.f. palette. It's really nice. Really good pigment as well. And e.l.f. Cosmetics is super affordable too, and they're really, really good products, I've got to say. And I am saying that hoping that Elf Cosmetics one day does watch my video and then wants to send me all their new ranges and I can review it for them, and I'll be super nice because I love everything they do. Wink, nudge, go on, send me stuff. Probably need to get more than 9 subscribers first for them to notice, but we'll see. That eyelash is bugging me, but we'll get over it. Okay, so next colour is a blue. It is quite a dark blue as well on there. So I've got quite a few blues to choose from. Kind of goes dark to light a little bit. So I'm gonna choose a slightly lighter blue, and I'll do the darker at the end. Yeah, so in my Makeup Academy, I've got